Shields up, Iron Breakers. Rurikhan here coming at you with another video. Welcome back to Monster Hunter World Iceborne, and today I'm going to be telling you about two skills that I consider to be the most important ones to have in your master rank sets. And I'm not going to be stretching the video out and then telling you the skill names at the very end of the video. I'm going to be giving you the skills right from the get-go, and then I'm going to be telling you why I consider these skills to be so important. The very first skill is health boost, and the second skill is stun resistance. I consider these skills to be potentially the most important skills you could possibly have in your master rank sets. And I know that a lot of you guys are going on like, what about my damage? And budget is so hard now because there's so few sockets in the parts that I like, or all of these other excuses that are going to be coming to your head. And the very first thing that I have to remind you, which is something that I've been telling people since my time in World of Friggin' Warcraft, okay? If you're dead, you're not dealing any damage, okay? The biggest thing that you can do to increase your damage is not die during a hunt, okay? You can have the most attack possible, the most affinity possible, the most crit boost possible. If you're lying in the dirt, it's not helping anyone. And this is something that I've seen a lot of people that sometimes show up to the stream and they're like, oh my god, this boss is a complete and utter nightmare. I just really can't get through this wall. And then, like, if you take a look at their sets, like, well, where's your health boosts? Where's your stun resistance? Where's any type of defensive skill? Like, if you're struggling with this boss, stacking more damage most likely isn't really going to help you all that much, unless you're, like, the most perfect player in the world. But if you were the most perfect player in the world, would you really be struggling with any boss in Monster Hunter World Iceborne? Would that really be the case? Like, I get the temptation to look at, you know, the latest video from Team Darkside, who are friggin' amazing, by the way, and basically copy over their sets with, like, you know, crit boost, expert, attack level 7, weakness exploit level 3. There's, like, all of those really juicy, deep skills. But all those skills aren't really going to do you any good if you can't play as well as the people that are in Team Darkside. There's a reason they're posting these videos with these super fast run times and all that stuff. And that's because they're amazing at the game, therefore they don't have as much need of defensive skills. You, on the other hand, if you happen to be struggling with a monster, potentially you need a little bit of help, and that's where health boost and stun resistance comes in. And now some of you guys might be wondering, okay, so health boost, give me a little bit more detail why that is so important. And a good example is if you go onto my live stream archives and you just look up any time that we fight Tempered Karen, and you will see people carting left and right. And this was particularly interesting when we saw on the last live stream where I was actually running a support set. And when I'm talking about a support set, this is a set that I will show you guys later. It's a sword and shield set. And basically, I was eating mushrooms non-stop. I was drinking potions non-stop. So I was buffing everyone with additional defense, buffing everyone with more attack, buffing everyone with health regen, buffing everyone with stamina regeneration, basically giving you all the buffs you can possibly give people with Mushroommancer. And on top of that, I was spam healing them to make sure they were always topped off. And despite all of this, you still will probably see upwards of 10 or more carts of people getting one-shot by Karen. And when I say one-shot, I'm not talking about like, oh, they were missing a little sliver of health and then Karen hit them with another lightning and they were gone. No, I'm talking like full health bar, fully healed with, again, health regen buffs and all of that stuff, and still getting one-shot by Tempered Karen. This happened multiple times. Sometimes even some of the people with health boost, maybe they didn't have 3-piece or something, were still dying in one hit. And there was nothing I could do, because if you get killed in one hit, doesn't matter if I'm spamming health potions, you're still gonna die. Wide range is not gonna save you from getting one shot. So that is why, in my opinion, health boost is so important. There's a lot of monsters that are going to be hitting a lot harder in Master Rank, particularly once you get to Tempered Monsters, and it's going to hurt a lot more than it did in High Rank. So whereas High Rank is like having health boost or not was like, you know, you can get away with not having it. Having it is nice, but not having it was not a big deal. In Master Rank, the situation, at least for now, is different. Not to mention that before you actually are able to augment your armor, you're going to have to grind a lot in the new area of the game, you're going to have to get a lot of materials, and those materials are extremely rare. So augmenting an armor set is not quite as easy as it was back in Monster Hunter World. So while you are doing that grind, having that additional defense before you can actually boost your armor's defense to its maximum potential is going to be incredibly helpful. So now let's talk about stun resistance. You guys are like, well, I mean, stun resistance just stops you from being stunned. And let me tell you right now, about 8 times out of 10, my cause of death is a stun. Because usually if I'm not stunned, I can dodge out of the way, I can move, I can do stuff, but if I am stunned, and usually it almost seems like master rank monsters, they will prioritize people that are stunned. Like they'll, oh, you're stunned? You can't move? Well, now is the perfect time for me to just murk you. Like they will, it almost seems that some of the AI has been improved for master rank, at least from my experience. Maybe your experience has been different or whatever, but I've seen some monsters do some plays where they'll just specifically single out a player until that player is friggin' down. Like, and that's happened to me multiple times, just like straight up getting stunned, and immediately after getting stunned, boom, here comes that big attack you needed to dodge, and you can't dodge it because you're stunned. That's why these two skills are so important. Having additional health, having additional stun resist is going to be a lifesaver in master rank. Again, I just want to remind you guys, you don't have to take my word for it. I'm just letting you know if you are struggling in master rank, considering equipping one of these skills. I'm not saying that you have to have both of them. I'm trying to put both of them in most of my sets because, to be honest, after I put health boost and stun resistance, I almost feel unkillable in most of my sets. Like, more so than set bonuses and stuff like that, because, for instance, I've tried out with my long shelling gunlance having the Divine Blessing secret, which gives you like ridiculous amounts of Divine Blessing, and sometimes I would still get one shot because I still wasn't running like health boost and stuff like that. So to me, the health boost and stun resist is just so good. Like legitimately, if you're having troubles with anything, try just moving away from a little bit of damage and add that little bit of survivability. Just play with it. Just add like 2 levels of health boost to get started, or 1 level of health boost, or 3 levels of stun resist. Just like try it out. If you are struggling, if you're not struggling, you're good. You don't need my advice. Like if you went through the whole game and you didn't have a problem with anything, you're good, dude. You don't need to take health boost. You don't need to take stun resist if you're not struggling with anything. You're good. This is for the people that are struggling. And I see a lot of people in my stream chats coming in and saying, this monster's giving me a lot of troubles. You got some tips. And this is like the first tip that I would give you. Are you running health boost level 3? Are you running stun resist level 3? And just go from there. You know, hopefully this video helps you guys out. If you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button because it helps me out immensely. If you guys didn't like it, hit the dislike button because I'm not thinking about mad deeps and I'm thinking about you actually completing hunts. Leave me all the comments and feedback in the comments section down below. If you enjoy my content, subscribe, and you can even hit the bell notification icon, and maybe YouTube will notify you every once in a full moon or so. Thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay strong, and may your shields never break.